Okay, perfect. Well, good morning, everybody. We will call the City of Nisswa Special Council meeting to order for this Monday, July 7th, 2025 at 8 o'clock a.m. And the first item and only item on the special meeting is to approve and authorize work change directive number 1 for the Gull Lake Trail project. Bill or Amber, whoever would like to address first.
Yeah, the main thing on this one is it's above staff's spending authority, so we need council approval to move forward with the work. It's for borrow, so we need it to keep going with the trail. So,
Bill, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, I mean, basically Amber covered everything. It's like said, it's needed to complete the project. Some contractors are willing to kind of go with, like verbal saying, yeah, we're gonna do it. But Landwehr is not one of them. They want to have official documentation that gives them permission to move forward. And so that's what we're providing with this work change directive. And then in the next processes, we'll include this with change orders 1, 2, and 3. That will be part of your next council meeting on the 15th.
Okay, if we have a motion in a second, then we can go to discussion and then a vote.
I'll make a motion to approve the and authorize work change directive number 1 for the Gull Lake Trail project as presented.
I'll second it.
Perfect, thanks. Any discussions or questions? Joe, we'll start with you.
Yeah, why are we so far off on our calculations? 800 yards is not a small amount of dirt.
Yeah, there's some organic material out there that we didn't know about. There was also a lot more topsoil stripping that we found. Instead of, I think we estimated 4 inches, it was probably closer to a foot, and that was over the entire area of the ditch area, or basically the entire 371 or 77 right away.
We didn't test that beforehand like we did with other stuff.
Well, we do, a lot of times we'll do borings, but in this case, we didn't do borings right in that area, this half acre or a half-mile stretch. So the testing or the sampling occurred while they were doing the excavation, so after the bid.
So this is import fill?
Pardon?
Bill, is this imported fill?
Yes.
Yeah. And 800 cubic yards is what?
Yeah, it's a loose volume measurement, so it's the amount that was actually that's proposed to be trucked in.
Yeah, it's just 800 yards is,
It's not a small amount.
no, it's a big miss on something like this. So is this still get funded by the grant money, or is the city gonna have to pay for this?
no, it's still within the grant parameters.
It's still within it?
Yep.
Okay. How's what's going on with the retaining wall just driving by there? You can tell that there must be some challenges or something because they've stopped it, started on both ends and the middle isn't finished.
Yeah,
So there must be some issues going on.
that's another one of those wall 2 is where, when they were digging out to put in the foundation, they found excavated or again, more unsuitable material that's actually underneath the roadway. So when they built 77 or the expansion of the roadway, they put it over muck, which has been slightly compressed right underneath the where, basically behind the wall where the wall would go. And we talked to our geotechnical and our structural, and the best solution was to remove that and dig that out. So the idea is they're gonna remove that, basically fill that in with select material, similar to the material that we're proposing for the fill, and move forward. So what the contractor did in the meantime was he worked on both sides of that area, and then he jumped over and worked on wall 1, which is to the west.
So that's another change order still coming?
That's actually change order 2, which was $6,000 something.
Yeah, those are within staff authority, so we have signed off on change orders 2 and 3.
Okay.
This one is outside of our spending, so.
Other than that, how's the project going?
Good. Basically, the project is a lot of wall construction, so the wall, once the wall is done, it isn't gonna take them long to go in, bring in the fill that they need and build the roadway and put in the pavement section.
Is Lakeshore starting is Lakeshore starting their final section soon?
Next year.
Next year? Wow.
And when is this estimated to be complete?
Pardon?
When is our section estimated to be completed?
Well, the contractor's schedule was to finish probably in, the end of July, but I think he got delayed a couple weeks. So probably gonna be in August, I suppose.
They're required to be substantially completed by October 15th, and
Oh.
then the grant funds expire June 30th, so we haven't, to see what the winter does and have them come back for any final,
Oh, next spring.
yeah.
Okay.
So there's
they've
a
got-
little bit of a buffer over the winter.
They've got plenty of time on their contract schedule to be done.
Bruce, do you have any questions or comments? Mark? Anything?
Pricing, 800, that's a lot.
The only other note I would have, and I don't know if it's either for you or Bill or Amber or for the contractor, but when we were talking about this last week to need to call a special meeting because it is over the threshold, was it that contractor that you guys are using? They found out like the day after our last council meeting. And I know like their schedule isn't always aligned to when the council calendar is, but if there's a way to be, as projects move forward to, I don't know, if we're able to find out those things to get them on the council meeting instead of having to scramble and add a council meeting, special council meeting, so we don't hold any project up, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this one would have, if we could have, but yeah, we can sure look forward and make sure that we found some of this stuff. I don't know how the timing worked exactly, probably after the last council meeting.
Okay, sounds good. Any other comments? All right, all those in favor of the motion as presented by Councilmember Fraley signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries. And now a motion to adjourn would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, special meeting adjourned.
Thank you.